Hey everybody, I have a bit of a dual purpose today for this video. There's a bit of a general update. I'm going to show a couple of minis and bases and things that I've completed for Infinity, but then I just wanted to mention that I'd noticed that I am now just slightly over 200 subscribers, so you know, the goal of my channel isn't to necessarily have lots of subscribers, I'll just be honest about that, but I do actually appreciate the community on YouTube for miniatures and wargaming and painting and modeling, and I really enjoy speaking with everybody, and so I'm quite happy that the channel grows, just in the sense that I get to interact with more people, and I also appreciate that people want to see the content, and really the content is just the hobby I'm interested in and what I'm doing on my little workbench. That's really what it's all about for me. And so there are definitely some notable individuals that are regular commenters that I get advice from, or just encouragement, or even just funny comments and just things that just kind of make the hobby even better, like chatting with people that enjoy what you enjoy. And so you guys kind of know who you are that do that, and I just really appreciate it. And just want to say thanks to everybody. That this channel will be up and running for 2 years, probably in August, and so still probably relatively new, but kind of hitting that point where if you're there a couple of years, you're starting to get a lot of content, and have been at this for a little bit now. And so yeah, I guess without rambling on any further, I'll just say thanks everybody for subscribing, and really glad to have you guys there and interacting with you guys on this great hobby. So with that said, was just going to really quickly show a couple of things that I've been doing. One is I've completed 2 minis for Infinity that I hadn't before, but in addition to completing them, I've taken the ones that I've already completed and I've done a bit of a street style urban base. And so grab a little pointer here, I suppose. This here, I'll use a toothpick, is just sort of like a little can that I made out of green stuff. Like, just basically I've been sculpting garbage. I used some glass from Secret Weapon miniatures and also some bricks from Secret Weapon miniatures. I just painted on a line and did some weathering occasionally on just some lines. But in addition to those, that's just another, that's meant to just be sort of a tray tin on the ground, just garbage essentially. What I also did, I'll just have to find one that has it, is I also, in addition to those things, threw a couple of leaves on some of them. Secret Weapon miniatures again. I actually have some gravel, like black gravel, that's just kind of hard to see. You have to kind of look close on some of them, just to add some more texture that's not just the glass. And other than that, like I said, I used a little bit of green stuff products on there. But no, I kind of wanted to do a bit of just like regular street for Infinity, and I thought, but with rubble and things, I thought I'm kind of happy with the way it came out. I experimented a little bit with the glass and stuff. I'm not sure. In some ways, I almost think it's better to not use too much. Like, I kind of like this one better than this one. But that might just be a personal preference, because I think when you use too much, it no longer looks like glass. It sort of just looks like, I don't know, it just sort of looks like general, like ground cover, maybe. So yeah. So to you guys that, these guys aren't actually finished. They have not varnished them yet. I've just finished painting, but this is my Knight Magister. So I have this guy here. I don't know how many of you guys play Infinity, but I did play with him primed where the other guys were painted once. And it's funny because the other guys, even though I didn't know how to use a link team, I kind of grouped them all together, the Order Sergeants, and then had the Knight, Teutonic Knight that's back there running with them. And I had him because he's I forget the name of the word. He basically has to move whether he likes it or not. But he gets extra moves, but he's kind of like a berserker in some ways. He is the only one of my guys that died, but he kind of took on one of my opponent's best units, and he was pretty nasty. Like, he has a shoulder missile launcher. I just remember this guy was a super jumper, and he was able to jump over a wall into a building, and he went through the building knowing the guy was in there, shot his missile launcher. He didn't quite kill him, but he did some damage, and then the guy just sort of jumped out, got out of there, jumped back in. I don't remember, but I know they got into hand-to-hand combat, and coincidentally that's where he's pretty good, and he ended up getting killed in that. But he was pretty tough because he's got like 2 wounds. I just remember, despite he dodged a whole bunch of attacks, I remember my opponent, despite having taken him out, really feeling that this guy was tough when he went against him. And the other one that I have is an Order Sergeant, but with a Spitfire and special optical visor, basically. And so I mostly have some... One of the things I really like about these secret weapon bricks is they break like how I imagine real bricks to break. So when I take like my hobby knife, I was able to chisel into the bricks in those areas there, you see, to make it a bit more realistic looking. And when you truly crack them, they shatter really well. Like, I actually like all the little pieces it generates when it shatters, because it makes really good rubble to be along with the brick. Because in of themselves, they just look like very symmetrical bricks, and I just don't really like that look overly done, on there. Like, I have some where I have like a symmetrical brick, or usually I'll mix it up with some broken ones, but for rubble, in most of the places I've been putting them on the bases, I like them like this. Really nice product though. I don't know how many of you guys use them, but back to this guy. Yeah, he's got a Spitfire, which is a really good gun in Infinity, so it's a nice gun option. It's more of like an upgrade kind of option compared to the compy rifles. Yeah, I enjoyed the way this guy came out, and it'll be nice to have him next time in my Order Sergeant team, because he's definitely like an upgrade for the Order Sergeants. So yeah, quite happy with these guys, and looking forward to doing more Infinity miniatures actually. And so in the next bit I'll definitely be doing a lot more Infinity and Bolt action, but I've not forgotten my Space Marines and Eldar stuff I still have to paint, so that stuff will be coming around not too far from now as well. So okay guys, again, thanks very much for the 200 subs, and I will be seeing you guys later, checking out your channels as well. Take care.